Hi, I'm Erica. I did my author illustrator presentation. Is going to be on Mo Willems. And Mo Willems was born February 11th, 1968 in Chicago. He quickly moved to New Orleans where he was raised. After he graduated high school, he moved to New York to attend NYU's Tisch School of Arts where he majored in animation. He got his bachelor's degree in animation. After that, he married Cheryl Camp in New York in 1997. He now resides with his family in Northampton, Massachusetts. He has one daughter named Trixie. After graduating, he took a job with Children's Television Workshop, which later led to writing for Sesame Street, where he earned 6 Grammys. He's best known, Mo Willems is best known for his children's picture books. He does the Pigeon series and also Elephant and Piggy series. These are so fun. He also has other books though that are not these two, Knuffle Bunny and Knuffle Bunny 2, which he wrote the character after his daughter, Trixie. And she actually does one of the voices in the little animation that they have on this book, which is kind of interesting. I didn't know. He's won so many awards, but here's a few. He's been awarded a Caldecott honor on 3 different books. Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus, which is so funny. This is just about, you know, don't let the pigeon drive the bus. And the kids get to say, should I drive the bus today? And they say, no. And anyways, my kids love all these kind of books. And he won a Caldecott honor for Knuffle Bunny, the first one, and Knuffle Bunny 2, the second one. And Knuffle Bunny is about the little girl has her little bunny, and it's like her stuffed animal, you know, Lovey. And they go to the laundromat, and it gets in the laundry. It gets lost. And it's about finding that. And Knuffle Bunny 2 is a takeoff of that. Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus was also an inaugural inductee into the Indies Choice Picture Book Hall of Fame. So he not only writes these, but he is the illustrator of all of this. Elephant and Piggy early reader series. So here's Elephant and Piggy. He's been awarded 2 Theodore Seuss Geisel medals for There's a Bird on Your Head and Are You Ready to Play Outside? Here's more awards. 5 Geisel honors for We Are in a Book, I Broke My Trunk, Let's Go for a Drive, A Big Guy Took My Ball, and Waiting is Not Easy. And there's so many more awards that I just narrowed it down to these. He's very, has a lot of awards. And interesting facts about Mo, Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus, which is right here. This is the first book that he published 16 years ago, April Fool's Day. Today's April Fool's Day, how funny. But it was published, it was floating around for years before someone picked it up. They thought it was too unusual and just no one picked it up, and then someone thought unusual was good, so they picked it up. Another interesting fact about Mo is he wanted a 5-year-old to be able to draw his characters. And that's something we'll talk about a bit later, an activity you can do with your students. But as you can see, these are just simple shapes that anyone could draw. He also has more than books. He has made animated shorts after these books, theatrical productions. He has activity books, board games, art exhibits, interactive experiences, even performances with world-renowned comedians. So he's not just an author illustrator. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. Okay, here's a little clip of him being interviewed on Good Morning America.
Everything that happens in this universe has to be the way it is.
If there is an author and illustrator.
Oh, sorry, CBS this morning.
He is Mo Willems. His best-selling adventures for young readers include Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus, along with his Elephant and Piggy series. Now the New York Historical Society has brought together original art, sketches, and drawings from his most popular books. And I was fortunate enough to meet him for a chat. Do you get a little emotional seeing them all hanging in one place?
I do.
Every picture displayed at the New York Historical Society tells a story about Mo Willems.
This is before we did stuff digitally. These are the actual cells. So
But some of them, like how he created Elephant's friend, Piggy, only he can bring to life.
it was sort of an open casting call. I had a muskrat, I had a squirrel with a helmet, I had all different sort of sidekicks, and nothing really gelled. And then Piggy showed up, and she was so Piggy and so sweet and so pure that she got cast. She got the role.
I love that if I didn't know these were characters, I would think you were talking about real people.
They are completely real.
His passion for characters started as a child, growing up in New Orleans.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that.
Willems says he was inspired by Charlie Brown, created by Charles Schulz.
Charlie Brown's head is a circle. Snoopy is just sort of a jelly bean. So I just drew Charlie Browns and Snoopys every single day, and that's what made me want to be a cartoonist. When I was 5, I wrote Charles Schulz a letter that said, "Dear Mr. Schulz, can I have your job when you're dead?" And I just waited.
And was there any response?
No, my father never sent the letter.
Willems moved from New Orleans to New York to attend NYU's prestigious Tisch School of the Arts. By 24, he was performing sketch comedy while working at Sesame Street. His work over 9 seasons earned him 6 Emmy Awards.
When you left Sesame Street, did you think there's something about writing for kids that I love?
No, it wasn't. I actually discovered it there. I think in the beginning when I got hired, I thought, oh, I'm doing sketch comedy. That's great. Kids schmids.
Always what you want to hear from someone at Sesame
Right.
Street.
I mean, look, I was a young guy when I started, but what I discovered, it really shocked me, was it's harder to write for kids. Because you don't have cultural modifiers. You can't reference bands or cultural experiences or whatnot. You're stuck with core, fundamental, philosophical thoughts. Anger, jealousy, that kind of thing.
Anger became the selling point for Willems' first best-selling character, simply drawn and simply named the Pigeon.
I want to make sure that every lead character that I create can be reasonably copied by a 5-year-old. And it will look like that character.
His next breakthrough character was Knuffle Bunny, featuring a toddler named Trixie. The character was named and based on his real daughter, Trixie. She was 2 when the first book was published, and 4 when she voiced the character.
Knuffle Bunny.
Okay.
It's all true.
Now she...
So that's long. You can watch the rest of it if you want to. Let's get out of this. So, activities to do in the classroom. There are so many out there. Pinterest, it has pigeon.com, mowilliams.com. There's so many things to do, but I just picked one. I broke my trunk, and I don't have the book. I mean, these are highly popular at the library. I couldn't even get Knuffle Bunny. I couldn't even get the animated. But anyway, it's Elephant and Piggy book. And he breaks his trunk in the book. And this is good for reading and health. Also kindergarten or pre-K, more pre-K, but kindergarten loves it too. I just put successful students will be able to understand the importance of taking care of injured body parts areas, what to do in case of emergency. So you read the book to the children, you talk about what happened to Gerald in the book, you know, he broke his trunk. Have you ever been injured? What did you do? Did you get a Band-Aid? Did you have to go to the hospital? You could talk about 911, how to call 911. You could have a student come up front and you could pretend you're the dispatcher and they're calling 911, and you know, you could go through that. You can even have someone come in and talk about maybe a policeman or a dispatcher come in and talk about 911 and when to call it, when it's appropriate. But there's a simple activity. There's so many of these drawing activities online and this is great for pre-K. We actually did this when I was an assistant, but you just have them draw a circle and you have the board and you draw the circle, and then they have their boards, or you can have paper, and then they draw the next circle, and then you just keep going. And my daughter even did this. She's in kindergarten and she's like, look, I drew, and she drew 5 of them. And you know, it's just cute, and they think they can, you know, they can make a book or whatever. And there's my references, but that is it. Have a good day, guys. Bye.